day, couple days of times a day, all that shit.
If you had a train run on you and only 2 niggas made you come out the 5, then it's only 2 at that point. I'm just asking.
I'm 6'7". I'm 6'7". You like, all right, hold up, just keep it right there real quick. I just want to get your ball. And then you go and try to hoist my shit back real quick. I'm frustrated in the motherfucker. Listen.
You might as well. I'm saying, what if I just want to come home and talk? I just want to talk about my day.
He want to talk about his day. He's like, no, give me that.
You can talk about what's your day.
Whoa, hey.
Whoa. And so
That's expert mode right there. Yo, people.
Yo.
What's up, family? Bae-Chan.
What's
After
up?
dark. Fresh from Blerdcon. How y'all guys feeling? Y'all still hungover?
Tired after fucking Blerdcon.
All right, I'm not hungover, but I'm exhausted, especially because my ass is now in fucking San Diego.
That's a lot. You got a lot going on.
Tell me about it.
You are in San Diego.
I'm in San Diego right now.
Too bad you're not in Texas for just DreamCon.
And I was in Texas yesterday. Like,
you could have made it work.
Where's DreamCon?
Texas, Houston.
What part of Texas? Houston. I was in Dallas. So I was like 4+ hours away.
Okay.
But
all right.
Yeah. So I wasn't.
You there? You got the bonnet on. You making it work. You got your little takeout. You got your pad thai,
I was gonna say that's real love for y'all as a show, because when I say this, as soon as the show is over and I'm crawling into that big ass comfortable king size bed, they upgraded my room for free. And I made a cute little suite. The room, like you see the door behind me, leads to a separate living room with a couch and a TV in it.
Ooh, look at you.
The couch low key remind me of a casting couch a little bit. I don't know why, but
did you have a black light to find out? Because it would tell you all you need to know.
I did not, and I don't want to know.
A little black light, just
I don't want to know.
Space is so goddamn.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's not something that you need to know.
It's not.
Just cum showers. Just now you just can't sit on it now, can you?
I hadn't sat on it before.
Now you won't.
No, I won't.
Let me tell you, man, my room at the Renaissance, I had a freaking like a twin size bed. My feet were hanging off of that.
Oh
edge.
no!
I was so upset. I could not lock me down. I couldn't get the king. I got a twin. I got twin queens, and my feet was just dangling off the edge. Oh, because I had a roomie.
Oh,
so, man,
roomie
had a kid. I had a roomie. I was rooming with Siren by night, and then me and my girl, we had to fucking share the rooms and stuff because everybody was trying to fuck this weekend. And
I was like, was that awkward?
Right. What was that? Was like a fuck schedule? Like somebody had to run from this time to this time?
Y'all know me. Y'all know me by now.
Of course.
And you know how high I was.
Very.
And how drunk I was.
Incredibly.
I did not give a fuck. I was fucking, but I did not give a fuck.
I figured as much. It was more so I wondered if Siren by Night was the one that cared. You were not the one I was concerned about.
I mean, she saw. She watched for a bit, and then she's like, "I'm gonna turn over and go." No, she said, "I'm gonna turn over and go to sleep," because she was coming from another, the other kink party that was going on that night. And then, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I got all desensitized because I was at the cuddle party the night before, and things happen. I saw
before we get any more into this, we should probably did we intro at all?
We did not intro. We just went straight into it because we told folks over and over again, hey, we start at 7:30 ish. But we Blerdcon hangover is still real, so we starting a whole hour late. Sorry for folks out there, and of course, Pinky's in San Diego, so there's a time difference. Unfortunately, Cam, aka don't fuck your coworkers,
aka Mr. Spider. It was what, aka Spider Cam.
Debatable.
Protect your peace. Don't fuck your coworkers. Debatable. I was debatable.
Yeah, he's not feeling well.
I was mad because I didn't get to fuck all the people I wanted to fuck this weekend.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You gave it a college effort try, right?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then even felt more better.
Well, I was gonna say, but no, I was like, it's because I hit the red light, and I really wasn't even trying to like. And when we met up, I said I wasn't gonna. Then he made me come from playing with my titties, and I was like, all right, never mind, we here now. So, like, it was good. It was very good, but like,
I mean, that's when
I didn't have
when
nearly
you can't
as much
come, you just turn it around and you just make everybody come. You just know what, fuck it. If I can't do it, then I'm gonna just do my damnedest to be, the best there ever was.
I mean,
just everything.
Shout out to him though.
No, that's not how it happened at all. She came real good.
I did. That's what I'm saying. I was like, shout out to him because he got me to come from playing with my titties. Literally, just playing with my titties. His dom was solid. The bride in me was pleased. He knew what he was doing.
Solid,
and he was not afraid. He knew what he was doing. He was not afraid. It was, at least I didn't have as much sex as I would have liked, but I at least had one good quality fuck. And that is one in the hand is better than two in the bush. So
there you go. Mission accomplished. I'm pretty sure a lot of people got laid. I know a lot. I've seen people get laid, so I know a lot of people got laid.
That's funny.
I was very aware of other people's sex this weekend.
Yeah.
There were a couple times I turned around and people's hands were down their pants in public, and I was like, bet.
Freaks come out during the daytime and nighttime because I don't think no one took any breaks. Yeah, no one took any breaks. Forget folks to definitely whoever was at Blerdcon and Solar Panel, thanks for coming out.
Shout out to y'all, especially if you're watching tonight.
Especially if you're watching tonight. Don't forget we're really interactive, so if you want to talk, just put it in the chat. Comment. We are here for you. Yeah, exactly.
Say hi.
Don't forget to like, subscribe on Facebook and on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram for entertainment. So overall thoughts for the con. This is my second time going. I definitely had more fun the second time around than my first time because I only stayed for like literally a night the last time. So I did a whole weekend this time. Whoever this Facebook you is, hi.
Hi.
Of course, I don't know why it's not saying your name, but we see you
I know,
out there.
I hate that. I'm like, tell us.
I know.
Well, Facebook user, we can't see who you are, but like, tell us which panel or where you met us at Blerdcon. Because we had a good time. Our panels were lit.
Yeah.
Our panels were lit.
They were. I wonder how the couples turned out at the end. Hey, Miss Blue.
That's what I want to really know.
You gotta tell us, so how did it work out with the two people that you matched with on the dating game? Because Miss Blue had two matches.
Miss Blue was greedy as hell. She was like, I'm getting mines regardless.
Miss Blue was living her best life. She wasn't greedy. She was doing the damn thing. Okay.
She only got a third if I had let her.
Right. And we should let her go ahead and walk away with a third. Okay, Miss Blue was good to her.
Pulling that all the way off.
I want to say, while we wait for her comments, a few of the people that were at the dating game found me after.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they were just like saying hi or whatever. Said how much they enjoyed it. So I was like, shout out to y'all. Thank you. Appreciate it. Especially after I got out of cosplay, because my ass, I was like, I look crazy as hell after I got out of
red
cosplay.
all over.
Red all over. I have stuff still that is, I took a shower today.
Shit, girl, I would have had you too.
I took a shower today and I got pad thai, and it's good pad thai actually. Shout out to San Diego for like the good authentic Asian and Mexican food. Excuse me, but no, I literally my shower that I took today, mind you, today is Tuesday
now. Yeah, it's Tuesday.
Cosplay was Saturday. There was still red paint on me. It was
under boob.
No,
and the crack of the ass.
It was on my back.
The harder reach.
Yes, and I'm like, I forgot. So I bought this African like wash net thing. Like that's literally what it's called. But it's like it's not a stretched out loofah. It's legitimately like a woven net kind of thing. But it's outstanding. It's wonderful. It exfoliates. It's long. It's kind of stretchy, so you can get all those like hard to reach spots and whatever. So like I finally got that junk back because it was at my house, and I think I got all the paint off finally. but like all my clothes were tinted red. I like my laundry is going to be.
Oh,
And
wow.
for folks who didn't go to Blerdcon, what were you dressed as?
I was him from Powerpuff Girls.
Yes,
I was gonna say there's quite a few pictures of me floating around on the internet. So if you have a picture of me and post it, please tag me pinkdreams_senpai on Instagram.
There you go.
So Royal's the only pictures I have of myself are the ones that Royal took of me that morning.
Let me tell you how I got like no pictures of myself.
I have a couple more. I'll have to send them to you then.
Please. Because literally I kept getting stopped by people. Him, but
I have some really good ones of you.
All the ones that I've seen like were really good. I was really happy with how it came out, but I kept getting stopped by people, so I literally never had a chance to try and even get a picture of myself.
Oh yeah, you look great. Like it was really
good.
It was really good.
Speaking of looking great, you too, Royal. You was Xerxes.
Right?
You was all golded out with the titties and the thick thighs and everything.
The thighs, the tattoos, all of it.
Yeah, you know, trying to be blinged out.
Stopping you.
Whole Oscar statue out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you was killing it. And then the Princess Peach the next day.
Yeah, the Princess Peach was so
really cute too.
I like that dress. It was very cute.
My ass was underprepared. Of course, I was really lazy and did the Wayne from a different world.
Like, you were in cosplay?
Yeah. I was so literally leading up to the con. I was just so busy. Me and Ty, literally, we got like maybe 3 hours of sleep between the both of us. More me than her because I did the most of the driving. But we was working on the shot glasses for you guys, and all the merch. So if y'all didn't see our table, we had these little shot glasses, waifu shot glasses, and customizable shot glasses. Making memories 215. Cool shit like this.
Oh yeah, what's my shot glass? Look,
look at Royal's Royal shot glass. It says Royal on it, and the L is one of her favorite pastimes. Smoking that blunt.
Sasha Banks.
I love it so much. Let me go get my blunt out so I can smoke it.
I know. I was gonna say, Lalita, I meant to get pictures of you too.
Same here.
Shout out to Alita. She's a good roommate for cons. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves.
Someone thought that you was cosplaying as a porn star? Oh, wow.
I was gonna say there was a lot of ass and titties out at this con, man.
Mm-hmm.
What was that nurse Becky, Nurse Jackie? I forget her name. Girl with a really big ass titties. She's on Instagram all the time. She was at Blerdcon. I saw her. And everything. So they were out. I was loving it.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
But Sasha, the wrestler. Whew. All right, that makes more sense. I'm kind of far attached from the wrestling scene. I'm just thinking straight porn stars because I'm just a nasty.
That's funny as shit. You deadass was like the porn star?
The porn star? What? We can do that now?
Wild.
Oh my god.
How do you how do you cosplay a porn star?
I was wondering. I didn't. Yeah, maybe they
completely
dress
nude.
up, look at her. I don't know. I mean,
what do you do? Walk around on your knees the whole time, like what? How do you?
I mean, that's one thing you do. I mean,
it could be. I don't know.
My girl was cosplaying like that at the was it the homecoming party that night? I had a whole collar
like that Playboy bunny
and the chain.
That Playboy bunny she had going on.
Yeah,
I heard you had a leash. I was like, wait a minute, hold on now.
I did have a leash. Oh yeah, we was walking around. She was being a little bratty.
I missed that.
I completely missed it. I heard about it, but I missed it.
Oh yeah, y'all don't know where y'all was. It was like literally like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
I think at that point I ain't seen my bitch. That was Saturday, right?
Yeah, it was Saturday.
I think I was looking for Lalita, and then we kind of gave up for looking for her.
There was a Lalita crisis.
There was a Lalita crisis.
Oh, there was that.
Wow.
We were so concerned.
I'm so worried. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so fucked up, but I'm so worried about her.
So concerned. I was like, where is she?
I think I have a picture. I gotta get her permission to post it, but I'm sure I at least share it with the group. But yeah, it had like Daddy's Horror on it, and it had a little fucking saying, "Yeah, that's my girl."
I mean, your girl was looking mad good. Like
she was.
I was about ready to steal your girlfriend and Felicia.
Can I say the same thing though?
Yo, I was about to be maidenless.
You
this
were
whole
really
time.
about to be girlfriendless. Like I was like,
this whole
really
maidenless.
like your girlfriend, and she's just
she
as sweet as pie. And I would take her from you.
I surely
you know
would.
What?
Like,
Alita, I'll put you on a leash.
Oh my God.
I'll put her on a leash.
I was trying to be one of Tenjin's wives. I didn't know that, she was going to be such a fine Tenjin. I could have dressed up for her. She could have told me.
The titties was tittying, bro.
Oh my God.
Man.
Did you see them?
I got to touch them.
You touched them?
I got to touch them. I'm jealous of Otis.
I didn't have the pleasure of having that experience.
Otis is a very blessed man.
He is. He is.
Blessed is thou.
Like,
with the perfect titties.
Don't ever let her go. Don't ever let her go.
Thank you. I would never wash my hands. I would just, I never wash these hands again.
Oh man, yeah. I just wanted to be one of Tenjin's wives, but I want to have that opportunity one of these days.
You could have. There's still time. I'm pretty sure there's gonna next Blerdcon. Even before that, I'm sure I'm gonna throw another.
I was gonna say there's
high profile cuddle party of my own.
A cuddle party.
Ooh,
is somebody gonna be
my parties get wild here.
Okay.
Well, throw one next time I'm in town so I can come up to Philly.
I will. Rose was supposed to come down that last party I had.
Wait, aren't y'all coming to?
Oh, aren't we coming to?
Yeah,
right, I was looking at you coming to Savannah.
Oh yeah, Savannah. Actually, next week I'll be in Savannah next week.
Right, and Royal, you're coming, right?
Might as well. I got nothing else to do.
I got a guest room, so
I'll be there probably the 21st on a Thursday.
Look at the flights. I really don't want to drive.
It's too long of a drive. Don't try to drive.
No. With the gas prices, you don't want to fucking drive.
Right, especially with get current. Because I drove from Charleston up to Maryland for the con, and also because I got my family shit going on. So I managed to do pretty decently on gas the whole trip, because on the way up I filled up before I left Charleston, filled up again when I got to North Carolina on the way up, because I stopped there to be at my aunt's house for the night. And then I drove straight through coming back on Sunday night, which was god fucking awful. Like I had to stop at one point to take a 30-minute nap because I was so tired, because I was driving in the early hours of the morning. Bro, let me tell you how awful. Let me tell you just how hellacious my last 52 hours have been. We left the con on Sunday. I dropped Law with y'all. We left IHOP, whatever. Took the best friend to Union Station, dropped her off, and then went home. Took me several hours to fall asleep. So I didn't fall asleep until 7 o'clock. I had to wake up at 9:30 so that I could repack my car and get on the road by 10 o'clock. Was on the road by about 10:15. Got on the way, went straight through. I got to, I hit South Carolina at about 4 something in the morning, and I had to stop at one of the little rest stops to take my little power nap or whatever, and I got home at 6:15. Nice. Got home, my cat screamed at me until I picked her up and cuddled her. We fell asleep for maybe an
bitch,
hour.
Where will you go?
Bro, when I tell you that this cat, she literally cussed me out so fucking loud. She was and then, but at the same time was begging to be picked up. She was not satisfied until I was holding her.
Left me with that dog.
Right. She mad as hell at you.
Hey, yo, apparently she was talking shit to the puppy.
Wow.
My friend who was watching him for me, he said he saw her out, he was about to open the door or whatever, and he saw her through the glass of my sliding doors. And she was pacing in front of the puppy's cage where he was inside, and she was free and looking like, yeah, nigga, you might be the new thing around here, but I run this house. This my home. I got free rent. I was like, bro, what?
That's out of
Oh
control.
my God.
Cat is crazy. Yeah, so I slept for maybe like 30 minutes, and then the puppy came home, and then he kept me up for another hour because he was excited as shit that I was back. And then I slept for maybe 2 hours after that, got up, worked, took the puppy to the vet for boarding, and then I had to get on a plane, and I was at the airport by like 3:30. So, and then had
And your day's all over.
Flew from Charleston to Dallas, Texas. Had 2 delays in my flights. One on the flight from Charleston to Texas, which was only like 30 minutes, and had like a 2-hour delay on the flight from Texas to San Diego. Mind you, time is changing because I'm going through different time zones. I don't think I got to my hotel until 11:30 California time, which is 3 hours later than East Coast time. So it was like 2 something in the morning.
That was a fucking lot. That was
yeah. And then this morning I had to be awake to go to my conference, and I had to work ahead of time. Like I woke up late as shit this morning. I didn't wake up until like 8 o'clock. I was 8 o'clock here, which was like 11 o'clock East Coast time.
Right.
Did a little work, had a meeting, and then I had to go to this convention, and then we left the convention at like 3 something. And I'm like, bro, I ain't ready to hit the fucking deck. I'm done. I'm done.
Well, we appreciate you showing up on the show tonight.
We do.
We know how tired you are.
Is there a refrigerator?
What about you, Royal? Did you have a good time? Did you get laid at all? I'm curious.
No, I did not. I did not get laid. No.
What?
No.
That's because you had your kids with you, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did have my young ones. I had my little brother and
that is an obstacle to overcome.
It is not impossible, but it is an obstacle.
No, and I was also my period. It was a lot happening, you know. So we just. I enjoyed the con. I was just excited to see everybody's cosplays. That was really exciting for me, fangirling over all these people. And that was it. And I enjoyed
That's my highlight, to see y'all for the first time, because you know we've never seen each other face to face. That was the first time we all met together.
It
So
was.
That was
and
the
we
best.
have to do it again.
We definitely do.
We really
I was gonna say, when we all get together, it's a time, man. Like we were
like, yeah, it was like a collective thing. It just wasn't, you know, it wasn't happening. I was a little crampy and I was kind of irritable. But
that's wild that all of us were on our period at the same time.
That is kind of crazy that we were all on our periods at the same time. I don't know.
My best friend was coming. Hers was ending. I got mine. I don't want to put anybody else's business out there, but I know of another person who was also on there. Is like, I'm just like,
I just cycled all up and stuff.
We were all synced up. I'm real happy I got to meet y'all. We gotta hang out because it's fun hanging with y'all. High shit, drunk as shit. It was just a great night.
Just having a good time in general.
Just a good time. I was mad. Let me tell you before, because I was like, it wasn't coming beforehand. I'm like, all right, you know, I know this is getting kind of close. I'm saying, all right, my period, you need to come down, you know, a couple days beforehand. Give me the weekend off. I'm
glad this is not making me sick at all.
Thursday come around, awesome. I'm like, this motherfucker's still not here. You son of a bitch.
You bitch. Just got damn it.
Stinking stupid ass bitch. Thursday come up, what is it, Friday, and then boom, she here.
See, you I'm just like, needed someone to just
nasty heifer.
That's all. She just needs some
I knew it. I knew it. It was causing me so much anxiety from the weeks leading up. I'm like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. You're gonna do it to me, ain't you? And
I was so in denial about it the like 2 weeks before, because I know why it happened. I know exactly why it happened. I
know why it happened too. It's not. They didn't give me the goddamn birth control. They didn't give me birth control. I had a birth control for a month, and so now my shit is all fucked up.
Oh man.
I fucked up my birth control because the shit was annoying me, so I took it out, but I forgot to put it back in for like 2 days, and that's enough time to trigger it, even if it delayed it.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept like seeing little signs. My ass was irritable. All I've been wanting is red meat. You a grown ass man with daughters. You will hear this conversation.
Man, look, I ain't gotta hear the day though.
Yes, you
do.
I'm
saying is you gotta hear the day. We recapping on the con because we was all having this issue together as a collective.
You got the green light for head. So you get the red light stop, green light go for head. So
I still got some head though. You're right. I did still get head. It was careful head, but it was still head.
That's my good. I mean, shit.
Careful head.
He told me it don't stop nothing but a sentence.
And no, it don't, baby.
That is the Blerdcon way.
See, I'm scared about the IUDs. I'm real scared because of the hard.
I do recommend an IUD. I don't.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Get the chip.
I got the Nuva ring. I use the Nuva ring. So I found out
ring.
I'm about to put it in actually tomorrow.
I don't like the ring. I don't care for it.
You don't like playing what's that carnival game where you
fish it. Look, man, I be knocking that shit so far in. Like,
it's supposed to be hard. What you talking about?
Like, but no, because you have to like
when it comes out, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Right, when it's time to come out, but when it gets like comfortable and you have to move it, but like when I'm fucking and like I'll push it deep in your cervix and your fingers can't fish it out. That's when
I've not experienced that ever.
No, I was like,
I'm glad you haven't.
So deep, my fingers are long.
Right, I was about to say I can always reach back there. I can't. It's never the time where I can't get it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you get spread open, it's different. So it's not the same.
No, I'm a call Cap. No.
Yeah.
My cat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we know how vaginas work because
I'm like literally the only problem I ever had when having sex with the Anavera ring is that it would be like the little carnival game where he'd be going and then he had to pull out real quick because the ring is stuck on his dick and he had to like take it off.
Like, no, never worked.
I
never had that either.
Wouldn't fit on mine, so
the dicks are too big. Yeah,
I would have. She'd be like, "Yo, I can't get it." So my fingers are bigger. I literally had to get up in there.
Oh, maybe she got little fingers. Is that what you
she got short fingers? That's a different situation. But
yeah, that's different. But you didn't push it too far up in there because that's not.
I had trouble getting it. My fingers are already.
You do got big ass hands.
You know.
I feel like if she was using your fingers, though, she would have did just fine. I think it might have been you that just had the trouble.
It might have been slippery.
It was slippery, but when it gets up, I'm just saying on my experience when it got up there.
You don't like it? Is that what you're saying?
It gets in the way. It's just like I'm always hitting it and pushing it, moving it around to make space for shit. Like it's in the way. Just
why does it bother you? Does it bother you during? How is it in the way? I'm just trying to understand.
Because I'm trying to feel it, and all I feel is this nut ass plastic ring I'm hitting over and over and over again.
Oh, you don't like the feeling.
Gotcha. But that's why you pull it out beforehand.
Yeah, you can take it out beforehand. Just put it back in when you're done.
Right.
Yeah, I ain't trust that either at the time. But this was like years and years ago.
I was like, what you mean?
It was a while ago.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it was like 10 years ago. It was a long ass time ago. I was like, we keeping that shit in there.
Okay. Have y'all ever had sex while well, not you, David, but Jewel, have you ever used the yoni egg, not ring egg?
Not while having sex. I've used a yoni egg before and I think they're okay, but also at the same time I think about the fact that I'm like, your vagina is a self-healing, self-lubricating oven essentially. Like, so long as you ain't got nothing that's uncurable, it's gonna fix itself eventually. So you don't really need yoni eggs.
I remember I bought.
I only asked for the purpose of sex. I heard that if you use them while having penetrative intercourse, it can enhance the orgasm. So I was wondering if you ever tried it.
Wait, so when you say yoni egg, do you mean like the crystal eggs, or do you mean the ones that pull stuff out of you like that?
Oh yeah, not that one. The crystal egg that you hold up in there.
Okay. No, I've never tried it with the crystal egg, and I was like, I didn't think you were supposed to do it with the cleansing ones.
Oh yeah, no, not that one, not that one. I mean like the crystal one because I have a couple of them, and I just wanted to know if anyone's ever tried it.
No, I have not, but I would be willing.
What about you? Has your girl ever had a yoni egg in there, David?
No. I had one of those.
I'm sorry, I'm fucking up today.
You calling us by our government names? I'm like, where we do that at?
My bad. Let me get it together. All right, I'm back.
No, but I did one of those weighted eggs that are supposed to help you.
Yeah, that's a yoni egg.
Yeah, So I bought one. I bought one for my ex. And she looked at me like, "Fuck wrong with me?" Like, oh, I was like, "I'm sorry." I mean, we did just have a daughter like 6 to 9 months before. So I was like, hey, this is something for you, to get you, get it back, get it tight, start exercising.
She was offended.
Oh,
she was offended. I was like, look, I'm just trying to tell you. I ain't
did
trying
she
to
tell you that?
nothing.
What did you feel like it needed to get back?
It didn't snap back as fast, but I mean, she had some
six
tearing,
to
so
nine
it took
months
some time.
not a long time, so.
No, it's
9 months
not.
is
So
not
it
a
was
long
like
time.
between 6 and 9, but it was at the point where, hey, you're healing now. It might be time to, get the, get it right and tight, back to normal.
Sounding a little insensitive to me.
Yeah,
I think I
that's real
understand why she was
insensitive.
offended.
Look, if I went to the store and bought it, I mean, it came from a good place.
No, that feels like that feels like
I didn't say
her an elliptical. It was like, baby, you putting on weight. Like that's what that feels.
Yeah, that's what that sounds like.
Those are expensive. But
it's not about price. It's about you. You're saying you said her coochie was loose in the same way that an elliptical would say that you done put on some weight.
Constructive criticism. Anyone out there, please tell me what is a good way to say, hey.
It's only constructive if the person asks for it first.
Right.
Otherwise, it's just
how else am I supposed to express my needs as a man without being a complete asshole about it?
Make it not about her snapping back. Make it about enhancing
exactly. I need you to stop right the hell there. Your needs as a man when this woman.
Also, that part. I don't give a fuck about your needs. I just popped out a baby, nigga.
Right.
Like
she just pushed out.
That was like 9 months ago. That was a whole 9 baby thing ago. It's time to.
She gave you that,
transition.
so that she already addressed your needs as a man. She addressed that. Now she has to heal as the woman who just bought a life.
I'm sure 9 months is a good amount of time. I thought it was a good waiting period. I stayed still for a while. I did everything on my end.
Did you see the thing that she had pushed out of her vagina?
She pushed I
held it in my hand
out of her coochie, and you want her to be
how much time? How much time?
After 9 months?
More time than that.
How much time? How much time?
As much time as
you
need. As much time as you need.
What does that? What does that mean?
The amount of time that it need to get back there.
I mean,
9 months,
2 years, 3 years.
It depends on the person. It depends on the person. I say give her a year and a half.
I say at least a year.
I say year and a half. I say year and a half.
I don't know.
And I've had 3 babies. Now it's been a while.
A year and a half.
But I say give her a year and a half to fully feel.
I was gonna say, and that's not to say that you can't have sex in that time frame, but like,
what the other mothers said, what the other mothers got to say about it?
In that time
yeah, what's the other mother? Because everyone's different.
You definitely can't offer no criticism because she just pushed out a baby.
Wait. Hold up. I'm only man here, so you're not gonna jump me because I don't got Cam to back me the fuck up or anything.
You set yourself up.
So let me tell you. Can I tell y'all?
Tell us.
So every woman's different, right? So I don't have the data to really go off of. So my last baby mother I had a child with, she was actually ready to go in 2 months. So with me being in a young 20 person as I was at the time, I'm like, okay, maybe 9 months sounds like a good sweet spot to introduce this.
No.
Okay. So fuck it. I'm wrong either way.
I understand your logic.
Plus, I wasn't getting hit or anything. So this is 9 months of me just grinding this shit the fuck out.
I also say this. I'm like, look, every woman is different. I understand your thought process. I understand. It's wrong, but I understand it. But I say that
right way.
I say that because, as you said, every woman is different. Your first baby mother, she was able to recover quickly. She was with it. She was that's her. She is.
And were y'all younger?
Right. Yeah, right. Y'all was also what, like teenagers?
No, my first baby mom was already in her 30s.
How old?
She was late 30s. Yeah, but then again, that was her like 8th kid. So.
She done that
she
before.
had
She gets
the Wolverine healing factor kicked in. I guess.
Wow.
I suppose
her body was made for this.
It was. She's a breeding machine. That she was doing what she was supposed to do.
Everybody can't be like her.
Everybody ain't like her.
Clearly, I know this now in hindsight.
And like, it's one of those
theoretically, how long is too long? So let's say if it was a year, I said, hey, babe, it's been a whole entire year. It's been 2 years. Hey, it's 2 years. No, it's still not feeling exactly the same. I understand that you had a baby and everything, and
Well, sometimes it may never get back to being the same.
Right, because you pushed out a whole baby.
There's always that.
So at what point where it's like
it from a standpoint of trying to, one, get that old thing back because it ain't never gonna be the same. Two, it shouldn't be approached from a standpoint of dissatisfaction. That might be how you really feel, and I'm not going to tell you not to feel how you feel.
I made sure I had a conversation with myself that make sure it did not come across that way. It was a concern. It was a concern of mine. I was like, hey, I feel concerned about this. That you know, I think this might help us. As you know,
that's valid, but if you're approaching it from a concern standpoint that's focusing on your needs, it's going to come across as a criticism. If and I'm not saying that you're wrong again in feeling how you felt. Like, your feelings are valid, and that's honestly, I'm like, bro, 2 years is a long ass time to go without, or like, honestly, not, so it's understandable. But if you're going to approach it that way, it should not be approached in a way that is based on dissatisfaction or in criticism. It should be approached in a way that's open and inviting. Like, if I were you in that situation, I would have approached it as like, hey, I know we've been, like, you've had a baby, we've been raising our child together for a year and a half or however long. I miss you, and I want to be intimate with you again. And I want to try new things with you. And in doing so, that's when you can introduce something like that, where it's like, oh, I think if you use this for a little while, that could be really fun. It could be something different. It could be something to make you feel better. Like, present it in a positive like that way.
Enhance female orgasm. So you could have swung it. Don't even worry about you, baby. This gonna make your orgasm mind blowing.
You want to enjoy yourself.
Now I know in hindsight, but that was the story of the Yoni egg, which took out a big chunk of time of me getting jumped on. So, in the spirit of that,
we can get great information to other men out there.
Well, yeah, learn from my mistake. So if the pussy's loose, don't be an asshole and try to help her out with buying stuff
for your own benefit.
You're not going to win.
There's a way to go about it. That's all you got to say. Because, I mean, it's never a good way to say, honey, your pussy's loose. You got to say something completely different on it.
Broken pussy.
You got to go a different route. You can't say
that. That fight every time.
Yeah, you're never going to win. I can't even find a nice way to say that.
The first season.
I never watched
Insecure. What? You never watched Insecure?
I've seen 3 episodes of Insecure.
What?
I've seen like a half episode, maybe. I seen like the rap when she was like, what is it? Broken pussy.
The broken pussy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. What about that?
Yeah,
that shit was funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
She said, "Yep, my pussy sad is broken. Sad pussy noises."
All right. So let's get back around. So back to the con, because we went off topic. We do this all the time, folks. We always just fucking go.
We literally do this at the con.
So first, let's
I'm the only one here that didn't have sex at the con. We've made that clear.
You are very sorry.
Yeah, get him next time, kiddo.
Yeah.
So the first panel. Let's talk about the first panel.
First panel was a success.
The live show. I was surprised because when I got there was like maybe 4 or 5 people.
Bro, the room was empty. My 2 friends were the only ones in there.
That's it, bro. Yeah, the room was empty. It was like 2-3 people max.
Shout out to my friends that were there before we were, sitting in the room confused because they were like, "Are y'all coming in at all? Like, what's happening?" I was like, "Shit, we didn't know we could go in." But shout out to them.
Pictures.
Apparently they enjoyed the bullet. They said it was.
Oh, did they?
That's what I'm talking about. There we go. The kid will be happy.
I wish we would get more reviews. Let us know how your
I was looking for.
Tell us how you like it.
So I was looking for Jake from State Farm, and then I finally found them. I wanted to know
how that amp worked.
You found them?
I found them the next day.
Oh, did you?
And
what did
I was like, "Did y'all use it yet?" He was like, "No, we're about to use it tonight." But I was like, "Let me know
Jake.
before y'all."
You need to know Jake from State Farm.
But they were saucy.
They were very saucy.
They were saucy.
It was very saucy.
They were.
And my girl
was mad
lit,
actually. Like, between
that was a fun moment.
It was funny as shit. There were a lot of good moments. Jake, shout out to Jake from State Farm and his wife, because they definitely like
Jake and his a million questions.
Yes, his million and one questions. If y'all didn't catch the live recording,
I love
it got
them.
to the point where like I had to institute a line system because everybody was so.
There were so many people. There was like no more seats. People were on the floor.
People were on the floor.
I was like, what is going on here? Like,
right. We ran out of seats at one point. Like, I was really pleased. Ash Ketchum tried to take our mic and run with it.
He did.
Yo, Ash was having a moment.
Crowd question.
Having his own moment. He was
He's
like,
having his own moment. I felt so bad. And then the other guy was talking about his ex-girlfriends, the boy that came in with the robe.
Yo, he was like, I was like, my man was really going out of his way. Like he was so sweet because he was.
He was
mad crazy.
Hey yo, fuck that bitch. I'm gonna say it for him.
No, fuck her.
Yeah, fuck that bitch. Don't hurt that man's heart like that.
Fuck her.
He drove to her house with a cheesecake and something else that she wanted and hoisted that shit up over her balcony.
Right. Like who
the most?
I want that. That's
he went the extra mile and a half to be treated like that.
Extra mile and a half. This guy, if anybody watches that live video, that guy is the guy to pursue.
I wish he would show up to the
He's the one that you want. This is the guy that you want. Like, fuck that other bitch. Fuck that bitch.
He really did deserve better. He really did.
Yeah, he did deserve better.
What? He really went out of his way.
He did.
Oh, so the first topic of the first topic was the whole gravity situation.
Yes, the judge is absolutely ridiculous. But I think we've established, and the crowd agreed, that gravity is not an acceptable form of birth control.
It's not at all.
Yeah, we know this. We know it. We really do deep down inside. But I love the gaslight people.
I
love the gaslight people. I love
the gaslighting the shit out of people. You and Cam.
Both of you, yes. You both love
it. The realization is, the funny thing about it is how many people on the other side actually agreed with us.
That was funny. That was funny.
That was the funny part.
There was people. I was like, you can't be serious right now. You're not serious right now.
Oh, remember the guy? It was like, he was like, give the mic. So you need to try this pull-out method. So what you need to do.
The one that you demonstrated?
You need the push and pray and then the pull out. I was like, sir, what?
I have a video of you doing the push and pray and the pull out on my phone.
Your demonstration and his half-ass explanation, I was like, what even is happening anymore?
I understand how you even deciphered what the hell he said. I'm like,
I try to play it in my mind over and over, like, what is the best way to represent what he's trying to say? Just move through me, Lord. Move through me. Help me. Help him.
Heisman and like.
I mean, you did it. You did it.
I did. All right, for folks who didn't see it,
had me cracking up though, because he looked like
he was method was. It was like, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it. Oh, the push and pray was like this. Like you praying and you push at the same time. And then the pull-out method was like, you grab it, you cut off the circulation so nothing gets through, and then you stiff arm the pussy and you jump away.
He hit the Heisman and ran from it.
Hit the Heisman, you got the just no.
He was very drunk. Yeah, he was incredible.
Yeah, he was drunk. I mean, we be high shit. We was drinking on stage still.
We all were.
Yeah. That's what made it so great. Everybody was drunk and it was hilarious.
You convinced me to take a whole shot of tequila to the head before the show, and I was like, I don't do tequila shots, especially not without
shit. You do tonight.
Y'all had me taking Casamigos shots. I was like, bro.
Man, I don't know how we got to that, but who else was in the crowd? That was very interesting. I
found the choking guy very interesting. I was more than upset that I didn't get. Was it who was it? What?
There was Deku with the medium-sized hands.
The medium-sized hands and the big lover.
Yeah, Deku with the medium-sized hands
was proud to just get on his knees. He was happy. He was like, "Oh, I came here just for
Oh
this."
my God.
He did. He looked very pleased with him. I was like, and then he showed up at the next panel the next day. I was like, shout out to him. Appreciate you.
He did.
But Deco with the medium-sized hands was also like doing it because you could tell like
so hot. It was so hot.
And then Cardi delivered on the dirty talk for us because literally, when I say the collective coochie jump that happened in that room,
right? The collective coochie jump.
It was a collective coochie jump because when I say every woman that was watching, and we were all watching adamantly, sat the fuck up. Like we was here watching.
Oh, really? That happened?
Did you not see it happen? It was.
I was looking into fucking Lolita's eyes. Eye contact.
Yeah, everybody was like, "Oh,
eyes up here. Look at Daddy," and I'm gonna just tell you.
You said it, and we all said yes.
And then she ran away.
If that's what you want to do, Daddy, okay. All of us, everyone, the whole crowd was like, okay.
Cardi hit us with the "I'm about to fuck your throat," and we all said yes.
I was going to say some more stuff, but I was like, no, I'm gonna just hold back,
bro.
I think that was enough to get my deep, serious voice on, and
Oh my God! Yeah. It was. The last little bit of the show was like,
ooh. We might have to bring that one back.
Oh gosh! Oh yeah, we could definitely bring that back. We could definitely bring that back for sure.
Yeah. And I had a fan.
You did have a fan. He came back for you the next day too, and you fucked it up.
Transitioning to the second panel. This is Saturday morning, where I fucked up the biggest layup of my life.
Yes,
Shout
you did.
out to Mo, because I still reached out to her.
Monica, which is the funniest shit ever to me.
Mo, you're right here.
You said Mo is her name?
Yeah, her name.
Or their name?
Oh yeah, their name was Mo.
Which was also funny as fuck to me because the way that they introduced themselves was the most PG nigga shit I have ever heard in my fucking life. They was like, yo, my name is Mo. And I was like, I wanted so bad to be like, hey, Mo. It was the most PG shit I have ever heard. I was like,
what was that girl that says her pronoun was a him? I was like, ooh, that's her.
Oh, the little 18-year-old whose pronouns were I really kept stumbling over their pronouns.
I thought they were so cute. I'm like, they were cute.
Especially the height difference between them and the girl that they matched with.
Yeah.
I wonder if they continued after. I feel like nobody was like swapping.
I saw them together later in the day.
Oh, really? You did?
Okay.
I did.
All right. So we gotta replay that for folks who didn't go to the con. So at the beginning of the con, we were late. People in front of us were like slow as hell. So we had a long time to set up, but we really didn't know exactly how we was going to set things up because you came in with this big sheet thing. I'm like, what the fuck is that? He's like, I just got it. Like, this is a fucking 2-hour installation job now.
It was, and I did not know. First and foremost, we arrived late. Like, Royal and I got there maybe 10 minutes before the panel was supposed to start. I got up there and I was looking around for La because she had the box, and I was like, she not here. Where's she at? So had to find her, and then once we got it, I was like, "Oh, this joint is complicated as hell to put together." So
did y'all get it that day? Because if you would have told me last night, I probably would have put it together.
It had been at my father's house for several weeks.
Oh, we had it for a while.
We had it for a while, mind you. I didn't get to my dad's house until the Sunday before, so like, of course, I wasn't about to set it. But I wasn't about to set it up because it wasn't going to fit in my car. I couldn't get it into my vehicle. And my poor little car was so loaded down with bags. The back end of my car legit was dragging at one point. I tried to go up the hill. I was like, it wasn't dragging, but I like, you know, how you go up the hill, you usually don't like, you got to work a little harder to get up a hill, but like, it's fine. My foot was on the floor trying to get my car up the hill. I was like, shit. My shit was heavy, laid down. So wagon thick. So that thing was
we made it work though. I made the other two guys hold it because they wasn't doing shit. I was like, hey, y'all busy. Y'all free. Y'all can hold it.
I was like, and everybody was like, why you keep putting in the work like that? I was like, cuz they not doing shit. I'm putting y'all to work. I like seeing y'all work. Duh.
And that was also a really big, impressive crowd. There's a lot of voyeurs in that audience.
There was a lot of voyeurs.
A lot of voyeurs to see what was going on.
Everybody wanted to watch.
And they had to bring in extra chairs too, which was also a cool thing.
They did. They did.
I saw folks' eyes like, hell, I really want to go up there, but I'm nervous.
And that's why I was like, look, I will pull y'all out this crowd.
I knew you would. I was like, either y'all probably. I saw a couple of hands go up. I was like, y'all can come down.
Pull you up here.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up having to call Killmonger up. He was all shy and cute. He was like, "Oh."
I was rooting for him too. I was rooting for Killmonger.
I was rooting for Killmonger too, but he got eliminated first round. So sad.
I think I was talking to La, and she was like, "Everybody that got sat in the first seat got eliminated."
I feel like a whole asshole for that, yo.
Which is
because I forgot which seat. I didn't know what seat she was sitting in, but I knew she was like one of those three.
Yeah, she was number one. Mo was number one.
Yeah.
But that was seriously, the way that you and Mo like disconnect, that was the funniest shit to me because it was really over whether or not Monica is a good singer. And I was like, of all the things.
Hey, right now, if y'all watching, comment. No, literally, guys, Brandy or Monica? Let's be real. Let's be real.
Brandy. I choose Brandy.
You choose Brandy. Like,
I think I also choose Brandy because I know way more Brandy. I like them both evenly, but I know way more Brandy songs, and I was very obsessed with the album that "The Boy Is Mine" is on.
Yeah, that's pretty much why, because I know more Brandy songs. I mean, Monica's not a bad singer. Don't get me wrong.
No, she's very talented.
Monica's a great singer.
Oh yeah, she's a great singer. I think I just prefer Brandy's music.
And I can say in that song that, come on, Monica won that nigga. Like, Brandy had no business.
Funny story. I tried to sing that song in karaoke earlier in the week, but the karaoke machine had it sped up because I'm like, I normally can keep up with that song, no problem. It was kicking my ass at karaoke. I was like, what is happening?
I did talk to her afterwards though. I was like, Lord, what? That's a good thing because sometimes you need a little resistance. Like, hey. Because sometimes, I mean, I might not agree with you, but that's one of the things that we can argue about in a fun type of way.
It's not anything serious. Like you can argue over that all the time. But I will say, in "The Boy Is Mine," Monica had more presence, even though it was Brandy's song. Like, I believed Monica a little more than I believed Brandy. Like, Monica felt like she was gonna hit Brandy if she kept insisting that was her man.
That's true. Yes.
Like, I believe.
I will put the pause on you.
You definitely believe Monica. She was not playing with her.
Brandy, you need not to be here right now.
Right. I was like, Monica has said she got a slick mouth. She will come to your house, kick down the door, and smack your chick. And I felt like Brandy was gonna get smacked. So
that's my whole argument right there.
That's fair. That is valid.
The person who I matched with, she was cool. We did talk later on.
She did. I met her the next day, and she was like, "Yeah, I talked to him for a little while. He was so nice."
Yeah. So shout out to her too. The report I want is a guy. Who was it? The woman and the guy who knew all the forms of karate that ever was.
The surfer dude.
The surfer dude who knew all karate.
Who was also a voice actor.
Who also a voice actor.
Yeah.
He knew like 3 different
forms. That was matched with.
That's a catch. That was a catch. I hope that worked out.
Which was wild that he didn't match with anybody. Like, he didn't match with the girl.
I think he matched with Miss Blue.
Yeah. And Blue, you still watching? Did he match with?
Yeah. I think that's the one that matched with Miss Blue.
Did he?
Yeah.
Y'all know I got a goldfish memory. I was literally forgetting stuff as it was happening.
It was between her and then the chick that didn't like the PDA. But was a pole dancer.
Girl, she was like, no, vehemently against PDA. No, Blue sent her home because she was like, I like PDA.
Yeah, I like PDA.
She didn't match with Blue. What happened? Did y'all talk? Like,
she said it didn't work out.
It ain't
going nowhere. That's all right. We're gonna keep trying.
Just because he had credentials don't mean that he was qualified.
Yeah, it don't always work out just because
they apply.
You know what? The Batman guy and
so I met up with
the girl from Brooklyn.
The girl from Brooklyn.
The Melon shirt.
I was gonna say, her name was Jewel.
Right.
Okay. She had the same name as you.
I was like, I got excited because we have the same name. Which was also low-key weird for me because later that day after I took off cosplay, a girl who was there, she was like, "Oh my God, it's Jewel from Bae-Chan," and I was like, I forgot that I had said my name, and I was like, when the hell did she learn my name? I was confused. But no, so I ended up talking to her later that afternoon, and she was like, nah, he ain't want me for real. She was like, I knew he was making excuses when he tried that plant thing, and I was like, oh, she ain't deserve that. She was cool. She was actually like a really nice person.
I was very impressed with that, keeping that poinsettia alive for 2 years. That's a fucking feat.
It is. I was like, that's hard as hell. Poinsettias will die on you in a week. Like, she kept it alive for 2 years. So I was like, and she was genuinely a sweetheart, because when we did your round, and Maka, the girl that you ended up matching with, before she could sit down, she realized that her skirt was mad high, and she was like, I don't want to flash everybody. So like the Melt Jewel, she ran up and grabbed one of the extra panel sheets and like draped it over her lap. Like, and I'm like, I don't even know you. You don't owe us nothing, but like, I appreciate that you make people comfortable. Like, she was just a really nice person. So I'm like, shout out to her. I really want her to find some happiness and some joy.
Not shout out to the 15-year-old who somehow looked like she was 35.
Bro.
And
sat her little butt in my chair like she belonged there.
Man. I'm like, come again. She said,
she was out here to find love. She was out here trying to find a date like everybody else.
Except I need her to date within her own age, because I'm not trying to set nobody up.
She know.
I was like, man, I gotta watch my mouth now. I thought I was safe.
And she was the only one in there. Wait, who flashed somebody?
She definitely was the only one.
She was the only one in there. Whose nipple came out? Who that? Facebook user. Who was that?
I don't know. I've seen a couple of nipples.
I did see quite a few. I saw a lot of nipples and I saw a lot of ass. Is that Felicia? I feel like that's Felicia.
I ain't seen those nipples.
I caught it. That Tengen cosplay kept flying in the wind, and it was like, I appreciate
it was meant to be.
It was meant
right. It was meant to be. The world needed it.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, girl.
It was very
right. We thank you.
It was very flashy.
Right, very flashy. Very flashy indeed.
That's Tengen there. Go live.
It is. It was very Tengen of you.
Okay.
It was.
Very Tengen of you.
Yeah, no, that little 15-year-old low-key made me mad, because I was like, because I don't even remember
with
who.
All the confidence in the world. I don't know who she came with.
Sat in the first
18-year-old cousin who looks just as
grown looking.
30. With the man.
I saw them later that night at the rave at like 1:32 in the morning, and I like comfortably in that joint, and I was like, I know for a fact that you're underage.
Y'all little kids need to get the fuck out of here.
I was like, I can't say shit about your friends, because your friends said they was over 18, but your ass, I know your ass ain't legal. Like, why are you in here? And she really sat herself in that first seat. Like, this is exactly where I need to be. And wasn't that person in like almost 30 something?
No, he was. He was like 31.
Yes, he was over 30. He was like, no, miss. No, you got to go.
And I'm just so glad that I had the foresight to ask that question. Because that was after
I'm glad you did.
Round.
We would have gotten in trouble.
I'm glad you did too. I am so glad you asked that question.
Because the first round, I wasn't asking ages. I just kind of assumed that everybody in there was over 18. But I was like, no, I should ask your name, your age, and where, like, your all that shit to get some basic info out there. And she said 15. And I was like, ma'am, you got to go. You cannot. Get out. Get out my chair. Get out. You can't.
That's scary though. Outside at night too. People gotta watch out. These little kids need to stop.
They do, but I was also glad that she was honest about it.
Yeah, at least she was honest.
She could have lied.
She would have got away with it because she looked grown.
Right. Nobody saw her different.
And I'm not the type to ever say that children look grown, because 90% of the time you can tell when a child is a child. But on first glance, you couldn't tell me she wasn't like 19, 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like, I thought she definitely looked like she was over the age of 18. And then I was like, oh, no.
Yeah, there's no, if she wouldn't have said it, I wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't know. I would not. But so I appreciate her honesty, but
going for next time, I think we gain a lot of knowledge.
You gotta always ask every time.
Announcement for all the other guys and watchers. So we had two panels and they were a great success. that the people of Blerdcon said, hey, when you come back next year, we're going to give you 3 panels.
Yeah, like they want us to do a third one.
So we will be
on the
back.
fence. I was gonna say, although I'm on the fence about coming back next year. I don't know.
Yeah. What the
So
world? They
that's a
gonna teach you
segue
that.
into the last topic. So of course, last day of the con, they introduced that next year's theme was going to be Fae Day, which
Fade to Black.
Fade to
Fade to
Black.
Black. Hence the Fae Day, which was just 2 months ago.
Black Fae Day.
Black Fae Day was in May, which is
it was in May, which was
it's still a new concept, but it's been 2 years and it's pretty well established.
Right.
Jasmine LaFleur is the known documented creator of Black Fae Day. And according to her, she was not notified prior to the announcement of next year's theme. And now none of us were at the closing ceremonies.
Yeah.
So let it be known that we don't know if it was explicitly said that there was a pre-established connection to Black Fae Day official went like in the announcement. We don't know exactly. And Jasmine unfortunately had been sick, so she was not at the con either. But her representatives were there. Several people who are brand ambassadors and that are heavily involved with her were there. I don't know how they got the information about it. I just know, according to them, there was no prior notification about the theme and a possible partnership.
I have heard that as well.
So I'm like, I don't know if there's a part of me that's like, maybe Blerdcon is creating their own controversies at this point for publicity. Like they're giving into the any publicity is good publicity kind of.
I guess so. I mean, last year was really hot though. It was a hot.
Last year was very
mess.
My thing about all of these controversies is that they're all 100% avoidable. Like
100%. Like
last year,
I thought we were out the clear. I thought we were safe.
I thought we were in the clear.
I was like, cool. Doesn't happen.
All weekend, it was good. Literally, everything was fine up until
the very end
ceremony. So like, I really thought it was gonna be fine. Like they redeemed themselves, and like then this happened. And if they had, all right, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate on this one. Let's say they did not say that it was an official thing, that they're just saying that it's Black, like they're just building off of the Fae Day concept and all of that and whatever. I can give them a little bit of benefit there, where it's like, okay, y'all have seen the popularity, you're trying to capitalize, it's a Black space. But right on the other side of that, coming back to last year's controversy when Hilton was like, anybody can be a Blerd. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
And it's not being a nerd.
The title.
The first half of that word, it stands for Black. So there's a little bit of a prerequisite right there that you gotta at least be Black. Like at least half Black. Like shit, Black. It gotta be in there somewhere. To be a Blerd. Anybody can be a nerd. We're not gatekeeping that. Like nerddom is for any and
it would have been NerdCon if it was supposed to be for all fucking nerds.
That part. Yeah. It would have been NerdCon if that's what it was. But you distinctly said it was Blerdcon and made it very clear that this is supposed to be a space that amplifies and builds up Black nerd creators and like Black fantasy creators. Like it's supposed to be FUBU, for us, by us. Like, right. And y'all are poaching a Black woman's concept that she worked really fucking hard to develop.
Exactly. So either way, they're wrong. Either way, they're fucked up. No matter how you're wrong.
Right.
And
like, but they could be less wrong.
I appreciate her response because
she was very classy.
Like,
that was Grace.
Yeah.
It was a lot of grace, because she easily could have been like, no, fuck you, we don't want any type of partnership. You're like, she really could have made a big stink about it, but she didn't.
From my lawyers,
right? No, because she has an LLC. Like I think she has a registered LLC and shit. Like she's branding that shit.
That's they can't use her name, but they can use a fairy theme.
They can use exactly.
You would think that you would talk to her about it and try to collaborate. You would think that you would want
or
to
at
do that.
least give her credit, because that's one thing that Black people are constantly fighting on social media about. Where it's like,
there were a couple on there.
Yeah, it did.
And then after all of this, and they're not saying shit on their social medias and everything, they just mum.
I was gonna say,
I know you hear people talking about it.
And so this is the thing. I don't know that I would say that she jumped the gun, because again, her concept has been well established for 2 years at this point. The tweet is out there all over social media. It is Googleable that you can see her name is on that shit. So even if the thought occurred to you to do a Faye Day that is themed around Black people, even if you had not reached out to her to do a collaboration, you should have at least said, to in honor of the hard work that has gone into creating Black Faye Day, like just giving her some credit. Because that is one thing that we are
at minimum, you can do that.
At minimum, give her credit. And that was something that could have been done ahead of time, because she had a fucking panel at the con.
Yeah.
Black Faye Day official had a panel.
They had every opportunity.
Every opportunity. Panel submissions were back in February.
You know what I didn't even think of?
Y'all knew.
Remember, at the end of the ceremony, they actually had the banner say, "Hey, Fade to Black." That banner took some time to make, so they knew about this.
Point is,
clearly a month or two ahead of time before making all that art for it.
Panel submissions ended in March. Submissions ended in March. And they had a panel. So if nothing else, you knew that they were going to be at this fucking con in some way, form, or fashion back in fucking March. Because y'all, and then that's again, salt in the wound. Because if y'all really wanted to poach it and didn't want to say shit, you didn't have to approve the panel. You didn't have to approve the panel.
I think they've been, I don't know, it kind of seems shady, because then the name Fade to Black, I mean, it points to Black Phase, which is the center of Black Faye Day. I don't know. It just seems like, because they know that Black Faye Day is trademarked, they try to take it, but they try to get around it, try to use the loophole and still kind of.
And that's the other part that's really insulting about this, because Jasmine has said repeatedly, she was like, look, I am not gatekeeping this concept. I want people to do this. And because even earlier this year, before Black Faye Day this year happened, there was a group of people who created their own version of Black Faye Day, but they were stealing some of her official stuff. And she was like, don't do that.
You can't do that.
Y'all can have your own space. You can have your own thing, but don't steal from me.
Right.
So this has already happened to her once. And again, y'all could have easily, you can do the concept, but don't mention, don't poach, just don't steal and not give credit where credit is due. And it was such an easily avoidable and easy thing to be like, we're inspired by Black Faye Day official or whatever, even if there was no
that fucking concept, because you can have a theme for mystical creatures and not even mention the word fae.
You don't.
You could have said anything else, and people would have still came dressed up as a fucking fairy. You could
have called it the fantasy ball, the Black fantasy ball or something. It never had something.
Anything. That's why I feel like they know what they're doing, and they're doing that on purpose.
That's why I'm like, this feels real shady, and that's why I don't think she jumped the gun. I think her response was immediately appropriate. I think her response was very classy. And I don't think she was wrong by any means.
Now, do you think that they should change the theme? I mean, it's still a lot of time to actually come to peace with this and actually work this shit out.
They need to go ahead and hit her out.
I was gonna say, there's plenty of time for them to fix it.
Time.
They need to go ahead and speak to her.
I just need them to make the effort to fix it, because when last year's controversy hit, they was putting out statements immediately.
Yeah.
This one, they've been mum, and it's been several days. So I'm like, I need to see a response, and maybe this is the PR side of me that's talking now, because I'm used to dealing with this kind of crisis and shit. But I understand wanting to take a little bit of time to say something.
They did double down last year.
They doubled down last year.
That wasn't a smart move.
Which is why I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I think that they're taking a little bit more time this year to respond because they're actually trying to get their shit together and get it straight before they just go out there and say anything and end up making a bigger mess of it, which I understand, but there is also a certain level of timeliness that needs to happen when you're making a response, because otherwise it looks like you're ignoring it, which is making it even shadier. So that being said, for me personally, they got until the end of the week to say some shit about it. Yeah, like I'm gonna give them to the end of the week to try and like at least put out a statement and be like, we're working on it. We're trying to clarify. I need some clarification.
Yeah, I mean it can be done. So
it can.
Either way, either you change the con or you actually work with Jasmine, incorporate her, and give her, Either
way, I would like to see an apology, no matter what they decide to do.
That part, yes.
But either way, whether they decide to keep the concept and try and work with her, or if they change it in some way, and like, I just need an apology at the end of the day, because what you're not gonna do is steal from Black female creators and then continue to say that this is a con that's supposed to be supporting Black creatives. It's giving Black Coon, like Blerdcon, not Blerdcon. Like, I don't.
We don't like that.
I know we don't like that at all.
Deleted comments. No redactions. So that's that. All that being said, depending on how they handle this will determine whether or not I go to Blerdcon next year, which really disappoints me because I have been an advocate for Blerdcon for years. I went to the first Blerdcon back in 2017. I took my friend to it. Like it was real chill and little then, but we still had fun. And then I went to the one after. I didn't go to the one after that because I had a work conflict. But then I was gonna say, but I went to the third year after that, 2019. Then 2020 was canceled because of COVID. In 2021, I was moving during the week that it happened, so I couldn't go then. So I've been to 3 out of the 5 that have happened. And I have always been the first one to be like, if you're looking for a con that supports and celebrates Black creatives, Blerdcon is it. But y'all are now making me look like Boo Boo the fucking fool because that's not what y'all doing. Like, and y'all are not handling it well. So I'm really embarrassed at this point. Plus, there was that other video that popped up right before Blerdcon with the Black wrestling group.
Oh yeah, that video. That's sure. Right.
I heard of it, but I didn't see it.
So it was actually dropped into the group chat. But essentially, there was a group it's a Black run wrestling group that approached Blerdcon about doing a free show, like a free wrestling show for the con. Now, again, playing a little bit of devil's advocate, I don't know what Blerdcon's side of that story is. I've only seen the one video where the dude that was the organizer was talking about how Blerdcon basically ignored them, ghosted them, didn't say shit back to them. And then I think he said it was DreamCon or some other con that's typically like a white bait run con got back to them. I was like, that part I'm not interested in. I'm like, that's between you and that other con.
Right.
But I do want to know what the other side of that story was before I pass judgment. But the point is, that shit's out there. So it's looking real Blerdcon, and like y'all are pandering to our community to get our money and to make a little name for yourself when you're not showing up and actually doing what you're supposed to do. So we'll see how they handle this.
Syndrome.
Yeah,
all right.
We will see how they handle this, and that'll determine whether or not I'm at Blerdcon next year.
All right. Well, I guess we all can agree that was the down point of the con.
Yeah.
But on a high note, what was the best part of the con for you guys, other than seeing each other?
Other than seeing each other in our panels?
Yeah, because it was a dead giveaway. Of course, it's.
Because we're such a fucking vibe. Like, I had such a good time with y'all.
Yeah,
it was.
I had a good time with you guys as well.
Actually, you know what the best part about the con was for me? The people in room 420 at the Renaissance. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the
room 420 was great.
Hey,
crash and party with them.
Yeah.
And even when they were about to go to sleep, they said, "No, keep the party going.
Right.
We're just gonna sleep right here." I was like, "No."
We're not gonna keep y'all like make y'all
They
stay
was
awake
getting
while
in
we're
the bed. They was
over
like,
your
"It's a
room.
Korean party. We're gonna go to sleep over here. Just go ahead. Go
Yes,
ahead."
Cam
so funny
talking to
because literally it was like
strangers.
6 of us.
Why you
3
can't
o'clock
talk
in the
to strangers?
morning.
Yes.
That
Oh
was
Top
great.
God.
5. What's your top 5 anime? Hold up. Let me talk to you 1 second. What's your top 5 anime right now? We're like, bro, I'm trying to get back to my room. No, don't matter. What's the top 5?
Drunk Cam is funny as shit.
So
Point blank,
fucking
period. But watching him talk to strangers at 2 a.m. who were just trying to go back to their rooms.
Right. Stopping people
No,
on the
it
street.
was after.
And
It was
they
after
really
3.
stopped and talked to him for a
It
long
was
ass
after
time.
It was after
too.
3. People were coming
It
back
was
from the
after
dance.
3.
It
That
was.
shit was funny as hell. He was really
Getting into it with strangers on the street.
getting into passing judgment on strangers' top 5 at 3 in the
Horrible.
morning.
3 o'clock in the
Horrible and
morning.
hilarious at the same goddamn time.
Yeah, no, he was funny as shit. That was
Oh no.
funny.
I was gone by 4 o'clock because I went back. I remember being back in my room because the 4 o'clock hour is when we found and had to rescue Lalita. So
Yeah, and I went back inside because I had to get some strokes in. So
I'm mad at that. No, I went back inside because I was like, I gotta go to sleep, and I hope that we find her before the morning. And I got the call to be like, hey, we know where she is. Like, she just needs somebody to come pick her up at like 4:15. So I had to rush down to go get her and bring her back. But that was, yeah. So I'm like, I was back in my room by 4 o'clock, but that was funny. The funniest shit, bro. Like,
I had such a good time with you guys. You guys are awesome.
I know, it was so fun.
I'm looking forward.
We
to
saw
more
Thor.
episodes and stuff.
I was asleep. I didn't go see
I
Thor.
didn't see Thor. Thor saw me.
I took it.
I was.
I saw Thor.
Let me tell you, I was so fucking high.
You were
very high.
And when I looked at my bank statement, I spent $70 on concessions.
What?
You did what?
I spent $70 on concessions.
You did?
How?
Yeah.
Did you buy the whole fucking concession stand?
Right.
I don't know why I want somebody to stop. I bought like mozzarella. I bought like 4 mozzarella sticks, 5 pretzel bites, a Slurpee, like candy. I was like, what the hell did I do yesterday? I haven't spent that much money on concessions at the Blerdcon. I'm looking at this movie ticket like, yo, $70 on concessions. Man, edibles are a hell of a drug, man. I'm blaming Felicity on that one.
He said edibles are a hell of a
drug.
Okay, no, but shout out to whatever dispensary it was that Felicia went to.
Yo, that dispensary was fire,
bro.
All I remember was like eating like pretzel bites and they fall out my mouth, and I'm waking up to see Thor, and I was like, okay, this doesn't make sense. I'm gonna go back to sleep. I was like, what? Jane Foster, huh? Where's she going? Okay, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And then I just see credits.
I would normally feel some type of way about paying $40 for a pack of like 5 edible gummy worms. I would feel some type of way, except one of them hoes had me high as shit
the
for like
garden.
5 hours.
I went to the garden before.
To the garden.
And I was supposed to go to the garden, and I couldn't go because I was already fucking high. That's how bad it was. Jesus Christ. I slept half the Saturday afternoon.
Y'all went to the movies. I knew that my ass was not gonna make it, and I was not about to have other people looking at me be asleep. So I just stayed in my room and took a nap in my comfortable ass bed. So I paid $15 to take a nap. It really? Good? I heard it wasn't good though. Like
I liked it. I thought it was good.
From what I remember,
I would go
it
again.
was very light-hearted.
I don't
care
about the current version of the MCU. So
I didn't like the writing though. The writing seemed bad.
Ever since the end
of
the
dialogue was whack.
After Infinity War, I stopped caring about the MCU because they wrapped up all the shit that I really cared about for the most part.
Yeah, Phase 4 isn't off to a good start so far. So unfortunately, I said Phase 4 is not off to a good start.
Yeah, like it's not. I'm like I had been invested with y'all for 10 plus years of y'all building this world and whatever, and y'all wrapped up that the phases pretty well. So for them to continue on to phase 4, I was like, I get it, but it's not for me anymore. I got a little superheroed out. So I still have not
watch
seen
The Boys to get you back.
Huh?
Just watch The Boys; they'll bring you back.
So The Boys is part of the reason why I felt superheroed out.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. Like I really enjoyed The Boys. The first season had me like, what the entire fuck? I only made it about halfway through the second season.
You know, I couldn't get through that movie.
Get through Saint Street?
I fell asleep, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna do it, but I think I tried it like twice and fell asleep both times.
Damn. No, I like I said, the MCU has not held my attention ever since the end of Infinity War. Like y'all wrapped it up, y'all killed off characters, gave me some semi-satisfying endings. I'm still pissed about Steve. Shit didn't make sense.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
You'll be back November. The next movie is Wakanda Forever, so that's November.
Oh, I'm gonna go see that. I'm gonna go see that.
You'll be back.
I'll be back, but I'm only gonna be back for that one, unless they give Shuri her own spinoff. But otherwise, I'm not. I don't care. I'm showing up with black all day. That's the only reason. But no, I paid $15 to take a nap in my room, and honestly, because I was sharing a bed that weekend, that was worth it to me.
Understand?
I wish I had all those snacks I could give back.
$70.
Yeah, that's a lot of money on fucking snacks.
That's insane. I could have saw the movie 18 times in a row. Like what?
Yeah.
I mean, your $70 would have bought you a whole meal and a half at the food trucks.
Oh
also, real quick, them food trucks were expensive as shit.
Yeah, they were expensive. I was looking at
$18 oxtail platters.
Bro, $30 for a fucking bowl of bun and a tea. I was like, what the fuck?
$30 for a hot dog, goddamn it.
Was like $10 a pop.
Huh?
Those teas were like $10 a pop.
Yeah, because the one that was worth the size of paying for it, yeah, because otherwise it was half ice.
The one was like small as shit.
It was small and half ice and fruit, which is cool, but like that's not what I want. I want a whole size one.
Right, niggas is thirsty.
And niggas is thirsty, but no, that the pho truck was
that
good.
Ain't bad.
The food was
barbecue.
I was gonna say the food was delicious. I will 100% give them that. The pho truck's food was very good. I had even the tacos that I wasn't really like feeling just because I wasn't feeling like I got the tacos and I realized like as I started eating them, I was like, I don't want tacos right now. But they were still tasty, like they were good. But their pho itself was very good, especially for a mobile pho. Like, you know, that shit don't be like hitting the way it should.
Small portions.
Yeah. Small portions. Expensive as fuck.
Right. I will say I was gonna say the pho truck, their portions were full size. And the fish and chip truck, they had a $10 fish sandwich. And that's a little high for a fish sandwich, like because it's just a sandwich. But the fish sandwich slapped. The whiting, perfectly fried, very flavorful, juicy, like thoroughly enjoyed that sandwich at like 2 a.m. Very good. But most of that shit was just overpriced and small ass portions. And I was like, this is some bullshit.
But even the surrounding restaurants were kind of expensive too. And I was surprised about that.
I was gonna say, but that's also kind of in like normal for Crystal City.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Crystal City.
I only ever go there for the convention.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, but that's the thing. So Crystal City, you've got Pentagon City Mall right there. You're right next to the Pentagon. And then you've got Amazon headquarters in like it's all Northern Virginia. So that whole area is just kind of pricey as is. So like the surrounding restaurants were on par with what I was expecting them to be. Like there's my friends and I ended on Friday night, we ended up going to this restaurant called Fishugi, I think. But it's not, it was on right. Where did y'all end up going for tacos? But we ended up going there and I got a bowl of ramen and some like bang bang shrimp, and that cost me.
I want one of that.
Oh, that shit was bomb. It was good as fuck.
I want one of that. Should have told me.
Well, it was. I told you I was going to go get dinner with my friends before we went to the panel.
Well, we wasn't going to crash what you had going on because you was trying to get some.
No, it wasn't. Those are my best friends.
Oh,
yeah, I think we thought you was trying to get some.
I think that was a plan. We didn't want to cock block.
Yeah,
no, that was after. I appreciate
Shout
y'all.
out to your best friend. She's super cute and nice.
Oh yeah, I mean I have good friends. She been my bestie since we was 10. I don't think y'all met my other bestie.
That's great.
Did y'all meet the other one, the real tall, lanky one who was hanging around too? Rosa?
Yeah.
Oh, lanky.
Yeah.
I don't know. I only had
Cardi, I don't think you got to
other
meet
best
her.
friend. She was,
I got to meet her.
I think Royal met her, but Cardi, I think every time she was around, you were off doing something. Also, you tried to abscond away with the small one.
He did. He successfully absconded away with her.
We had a nice stroll through the convention.
Okay.
Vendors.
I know me and her was up at 420 together, having a ball. We went to the raid, had a ball.
I was so glad that she connected with you too, Royal, because I was like, I want her to I'm like, she's literally been my best friend since we were 10. So I'm like, I know how she is.
That's one thing I want to change. That rave situation was too much for me.
Huh?
I liked it. It was my first raid. A lot of firsts happened this weekend. It's my first raid ever.
The rave was cool. I was only in it for like an hour. Shout out to DJ Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's my homie from high school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the one who was DJing out in
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, in the game room area, in the game.
Oh, really?
He's high school.
Cool.
And then I know Taylor Senpai. I met him a few years ago and became his friend. He's cool as shit. So
yeah, it's almost about to be. It's 10 o'clock here, so it must be what 7 where you are.
Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Sorry, no, I got a text from my coworker because we have to plan for tomorrow's conference.
And by the time looking at Royal's eyes, looks like it's time to end the show.
Right, we've been going for about an hour and a half.
Based on Royal's highness, we can tell when the show is about to be,
time to wrap
over.
Up. Time to wrap up.
All right, I want to sign off and stuff, but I really don't know how to do that yet. But I would say for the folks who commented on our pitches over the weekend, I think the number one thing was the merch. So for folks who still wants t-shirts, I guess you can just hit us up on Facebook, or you can DM.
I was gonna say we are trying to get we're working. Cam and I talked about it at the con. We just got to get it set up. But we will have a site where you can order merch from us in the next couple weeks. So just keep an eye out.
The whole responsibly shirt was people hit me up for that, and the shot glasses. You can always hit me up. The Cardi Experience on Instagram. I wish I had the thing I can put so y'all can see. All the shot glasses were made by Making Memories 215 on Instagram. I want to give everyone proper shout outs. Woo! No, this is Twitch. Follow me on there too. And also, thank you on there. And sorry, you get no love, Royal. I don't see your name on here.
I don't have a Twitch.
Yeah, I have a Twitch. I need to use my Twitch. I don't really use my Twitch at the moment. But follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Pink Dreams _Senpai, or Pinky Senpai cosplay, stuff like that. Look for Pinky. You can find just about all my other socials that way. So
where is? Oh, damn! I missed this. Your whole thing takes up the whole fucking screen.
Right.
She's there. Just read it. She's high. She's not gonna be all
Thy Royal Gymnast on everything, unless it's Cash App. Then it's the Royal Gym.
Cash App is different, but our Cash App, Bae-Chan After Dark. We appreciate any donations. Of course, you can also send money there if you want the merch for right now, because we can just get your information and ship it to you. And
oh yeah, definitely shout out to the Cash App, because y'all hitting the Cash App is how we paid for quite a few of the things that happened at Blerdcon.
Yeah. So we appreciate.
So shout out to y'all. Y'all the best.
You the bestest. Funding us and shit. Y'all our little sugar parents. We appreciate y'all.
Right, our sugar parents.
I want a shirt now that says Bae-Chan Sugar Parent. We got to make that happen. Bae-Chan. Oh yeah, but as far as the person who was talking about cons, they're definitely not like music festivals where like you have multiple performers happening at the same time, but it's panels. There's every single day at different times, there's always going to be some type of panel happening where people are talking about or like workshops where they're talking about like cosplay or their experiences in the nerd verse, or just different types of things. There was a there was a pole exhibit thingy. There was a twerk one, like classes.
But they also have the performances like most of the day, right? Like I was
gonna say they do have performances. So like this year, Orlando Jones was there, and so there was they always have a comedy show. And there were 1, 2. 3,
I missed that show. So by the way, I was upset about
I saw the first half. The first half was funny. I was gonna say I had to leave before we got to see Orlando Jones and everything, but it was 3 comics that led into him doing his set, and then the next day he did like a story time with me kind of thing. Apparently Orlando Jones writes Star Wars / fiction, and it's like, his stuff is out there somewhere on the internet on Archive of Our Own. So if anybody finds it, I'm very curious as to how it is. But so yeah, so they do have performers. There's usually 1 or 2 like big name people every year. Like when I went in 2019, Estelle was there, the singer and voice of Garnet. So
really?
Yeah, she was there. I got a picture with her. The Samu Rider was supposed to be there 1 year, but she had to cancel because of, I think that was a conflict she had when she was filming an MCU movie or something. Rachel True was there, got to talk to her. She was cool as shit. So yeah, they always have 1 or 2 like big name people that are there. But they have like 1 or 2 big performance things, and there's a cosplay contest. Like there's a few big events that happen, but it's mostly made up of smaller things that go on simultaneously. And then they had the 24-hour anime streaming room down in the basement. There was tabletop gaming.
I missed that and the hentai thing. I wanted to make it.
I know. I wanted to go to the hentai streaming. Like that shit is always fun. And I definitely like forgot. And I think because the Lalita thing was happening on Saturday night when I wanted to go. So
I finally found my Instagram. There you go. Cardi
there it is.
Follow me on Twitch too, Cardi EXP. Wow, I do a lot more naughty and nasty things on there. Y'all ain't following me yet. Y'all need to follow me on fucking Twitter.
Get with it, guys. On Twitter or Twitch?
I follow you on Twitter.
You follow me on Twitter?
On my Twitter.
Yeah, I follow you on Twitter.
You ain't never liking shit. You lying.
Because I never used Twitter.
Right.
What? I don't follow you on Twitter.
I don't be on my Twitter.
I mean, you said follow you, so I followed you. I don't use it, but you got to follow her.
You are? All right. Shit.
She said, I'm good on a technicality.
There you go. Follow me because Titty Tuesdays, I'll be posting titties today. So get your dose of feeling.
You be having good titty pics too.
Yeah, you do.
Nothing but the finest of titties.
Good titties.
Touch my page. All right. Well, other than that, we signed off. Thanks everyone for watching our recap show. Hey, everybody! Look, it's
hi, gorgeous.
She said, "Hey, gorgeous." And today is Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays.
Taco Tuesdays. Oh, babe, look, I'm promoting you.
Yes,
making memories.
We got you out there. Your shot glasses. All right. Well, I got my food and it's time to go. So thanks guys for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, follow, all that other good stuff. We'll see you next Tuesday, probably 7:30. 7:30ish. Because we Black people and that's what we do. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Bye.